So welcome to Real Estate Real Talk. I'm Ansley. I'm a buyer specialist, a realtor with the Hupman Group in Richmond Hill. And these two lovely ladies sitting next to me, I'm going to kick it over to you guys.
All right, well, I'm Shannon. I am also a buyer specialist with the Hupman Group in Richmond Hill.
And I am Cameron Watson. I'm a lender with Coastal Custom Mortgage.
And so we're here today, and you guys jump in whenever, but lately there seems to be the sky is falling mentality amongst pretty much everyone in the real estate industry, right?
Yeah. I think we were talking about this earlier, and there are all of these buzzwords that we keep hearing that come along with this sense of fear. Like you said, the sky is falling. But do we really even know what those buzzwords mean, and should we be afraid of them? Mm-hmm. Are we in a place that we think we're going to have another 2008, where we're going to have another bubble burst?
Something that at least I'm running into quite a bit as a buyer's agent. Shannon and I were both buyer's agents with the Hupman Group, and we talk to a lot of first-time home buyers, and we talk to a lot of renters, and a lot of people who have seen the past year of the housing market. And to be frank, they're a little freaked out. Mm-hmm. And you've got just real estate in general with whether you're a first-time home buyer, you're a seller, a homeowner, or investing in real estate. So that's pretty much everyone in America, right? For the most part, yes. Over 18. There's this feeling of impending doom. And you see it with headlines. You see it with what's on the news, what's on Facebook, social media. It's like the average American is being just hit from every angle with a lot of information. And then once we talk to them, we hear what they're saying, but is it actual information or is it just hearsay that the sky's falling?
Right. And they're overwhelmed. This information is coming to them from all sorts of places. Their older relatives are telling them about 2008, and so
Aunt Barbara get on Facebook
telling them about 2008, and they don't know what to believe. They don't know what's right, and they're letting these things that they're hearing from sometimes unreliable sources guide their decisions and just instill this fear and completely immobilize them in the home buying process. So they are not even moving forward because they don't know what to do or who to turn to.
I like to call it paralysis by analysis. People get so much information, they get so overwhelmed that they just freeze up. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing it come from both ends of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. We're seeing people who are currently renters and their rent is being increased, or their landlords are selling their home and they've got to find a place to live.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so they're looking to purchase homes. Mm-hmm. Or then we're seeing people who were looking to purchase homes and they see the interest rates that we had, a year or two ago, and now rates are higher than that. And their perception of it is the housing market sucks. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to buy, I'm going to wait. Mm-hmm. So it's either I'm not going to pay this outrageous rent, or I have to be out of the place that I'm renting, so I'm going to buy, or the sky is falling, so I'm not going to buy, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to continue to pay rent. Mm-hmm. And so we need to clear up both sides of the spectrum so people understand that, from my perspective, I don't think the housing market is as bad as the public view is, right. Mm-hmm. And why that is.
Right.
Clarify some of those fear-impending buzzwords.
Mm-hmm. And so for you guys listening at home, we all started kind of casually talking just as professionals in the real estate industry and comparing notes based on conversations that we were having with the average person looking to buy or sell real estate. Right. And we're like, oh my gosh, we're having the same conversations over and over again.
Yes.
Because you've got so many people, like if you turn on the TV and have one channel and then look at another channel, it's completely contradicting information.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
Right. And everyone internalizes that with their own viewpoint. So we talked about people who may have been looking a year ago
Mm-hmm.
and those interest rates were so low. And now they're looking at, well, what's my purchasing power now? And it's less than a year ago. So they're angry because they are grieving the loss of that dream home at that price when they need to kind of step back and reassess.
Right.
And so there's a lot going on, and everyone they're looking through their own lens.
So, guys, if you had 10 seconds to respond to the person that I talk to every day, I hear from people every single day who say, I'm waiting to buy a home because I think we're heading into a recession, and I think I don't want to buy that home, and then all of a sudden the value of it tanks. If you just had 2 lines that you could give that person in a response, what would it be?
I would let them know that we are not in 2008. Home values are going to hold their value, and they're going to increase in value. That's what we're seeing everywhere from very reliable news sources in economics who study this every day. Mm-hmm. So it's always a smart investment.
Okay.
Similarly to her, I would say this is not 2008. 2008 was the only time in history that home prices fell. Mm-hmm. Now is still a good time to buy. Mm-hmm. We got used to the really low interest rates in the past 2 years. Rates are still historically lower than they've been over the past 30 years. Now is still a good time to buy.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing about that, though, is that there are so many first-time home buyers who, when they entered the market prepared to buy a home, we had hit those historically low rates. So a ton of people don't remember a world where rates weren't 2%, 3%, right?
Yeah. I think a really good example of this, and my partner Daniel said this in a meeting, and it just, for me, even as a professional, it just clicked, is that we would have all loved to buy Amazon stock at $12 a share.
That is true.
Yes, absolutely.
But Amazon is still, today, one of the top 5 traded stocks in the country. And it is still valuable. So just because it's not at the lowest point that it was, doesn't mean it's not still a good rate.
Right. And, I would say we had these very low interest rates over the last 2 years, but how hard was it for home buyers to win a home? I mean,
oh my
they
gosh.
were competing
with everyone and their mom.
Right. So they were competing, maybe against 23 other offers 6 hours after a home went on the market.
Yep.
Now, maybe a home might sit for 23 days, but they're that first offer.
Yep.
So home buyers have more of an opportunity now to actually win a home without, 6, 7, 8 bidding wars under their belt. Mm-hmm. So we're seeing more opportunity for home buyers right now.
We would love to hear from you guys. If you have any specific topics or questions that you would like for us to address in future episodes, please email realtalk@hupmangroup.com. That's realtalk@hupmangroup.com, and we might just feature it on an episode in the future. And stay tuned for next week, where we are doing a dive into our local market here in the greater Savannah area. So all of your burning questions about what's going on here, we will address them. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
We're here. Nope.
It's full of bloopers. There's literally nothing.
I got it. Thanks. You at least don't have duck fur.